Day one.
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 When I came here for the first time, there is no schools, there is no staff, and this year is only the trees just opened. As you know, that we just opened the September 2011. Yeah, that is the after 1 year when I came here.
I remember as a staff body and as a student body, there was just this great sense of beginning something very, very exciting, and that really has persisted to this day. It's still there. One can still find that energy.
I remember being overwhelmed by how big and how incredibly new and fantastic it was. The facilities just blew my mind. They were amazing.
I remember just being hugely excited. Lots of fresh faces, both staff and students, and lots of great memories of, part of the teaching and just helping people get around the campus.
And I remember seeing Mr. Long smartly dressed in his suit for the first time in all the many meetings I'd had with him up until that point. He looked super smart.
I still remember the long queue just right next to the main door, main gate. Teachers were just standing there and then waiting the big welcome to the new student.
When they walked in, I was expecting lots more. I had lots of tables and chairs, and it looked very empty when they walked through the door and sat and just all stared at me.
They were a little bit shell-shocked, and I remember a couple of kids coming with siblings, loads of parents, dogs. There was kind of a lot of activity, and then getting them into an evening meeting and kind of getting to know them, and they were really excited, and it was really nice to have atmosphere and kids in the house and kind of get started with NLCS.
We had a fewer students than now, but I made so many brilliant and enthusiastic students.
One of the greatest changes is the size of the junior school.
The main change for we living in a real city.
The biggest changes, I think, have to be associated with the growth of the GEC itself.
There's been two changes. One is for the staff, who have become slightly more Korean, and one from the Korean students who have become that little bit more open-minded.
So Founders Day, of course, has changed hugely. I think we were able to do the Founders Day in the auditorium for the first couple of years, and then of course we spread out into the sports hall, and now we're into the PAC.
Much more staff, much more collegiality within the junior school. It seems a much bigger family.
A lot of the events happens done by the students and the staff.
We became more specialised. We taught GCSE and IB dance, and so people can select it, but it's very different than teaching everybody.
We only had 2 upright piano in whole school, but now we have 4 big grand pianos, 16 upright pianos, and 1 special harpsichord.
And we came up with the idea of having a Roman-Greek battle. And we made swords, we made shields, we made helmets, we got costumes, and we practiced getting into turtle formation, and it was so much fun.
We organized a small kind of fundraising. That was the first fundraising of NLCS Jeju. So I still remember my little student making the cocoa, and just their parents helped them to cook a cookie. So we sell some cookies and cocoa for the students.
We had Bryant's every weekend. We had to do all our curriculum trips on Sundays. It was an extremely intense time, a very rewarding one.
Didn't stop travelling. We'd been everywhere, from China repeatedly to the mainland, back and forth. A regular fixture could have been to the mainland, flying there in the morning, flying back a day later.
Trying to upscale those ideas and those thoughts into a school that's now 3 times bigger.
We put the time capsule.
They were introduced to Professor Bodybits, and he was a character that I invented back in the UK.
So Disco Inferno in year 1, the first ever musical we did, that was pretty memorable. And I used to do a lot of work on the musicals, and that was super fun.
It's very hard to choose one special event or student, as there are so many memorable moments.
Congratulations, NLCS Jeju 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th birthday, NLCS Jeju.
Happy anniversary, NLCS Jeju.
Happy anniversary, NLCS Jeju.
Happy anniversary, NLCS Jeju.
Happy anniversary, NLCS Jeju.
Happy 10th anniversary, NLCS Jeju. 사랑해요.
Happy 10th year anniversary.
It's been a great 10 years, NLCS Jeju. Happy anniversary.
I got it.
Okay, we're ready now.
Good to go? Yep. I'm probably still wearing the same clothes I probably wore on day one. Maybe I should have put something new on. Do not show me that ever.
Hopefully there's not too much of a shine here now.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Thank you.
Because I didn't think about that before. So. Yeah!